Talking about the injuries, obviously we don't know what would have happened, but you see guys through the long recovery process like a Daniel Walcott, Michael Bournival, Kevin Lynch. I mean, Michael Bournival was inches away from returning in the series or in potentially the second round. For you, how hard is it as a coach to see a guy like that who was just about ready to return and just his season now comes to an end?
Well, you know what, Borny told me in Cleveland, said, Coach, I'm ready to go. I said, Borny, you've been out for the year, and we agreed that you'd be available for second round. So it's for us to go and win the second round. But like you mentioned, it's as a team, you want to give him a chance to come back because you know how much he brings to this team, but you know how hard he works in the gym. Like it's amazing to see Michael Bournival being in the gym and being a model for our team, and so yeah, it's I was impressed with all of them. Like Daniel Walcott has been a leader, so much energy for our team every day. Borny, Doomy when he was out, Stevie, he had to work hard to come back, and he had a setback and get himself back in. So it was. It's so tough mentally for them, and but I'm very proud of the work they did. Obviously.
What's up next for you? As much as these guys want to develop and get to the next level, I'm sure you have the same aspirations and been here for 3 seasons now. I've been covering the league about 10 years. I don't see too many coaches lasting quite that long at this level.
3 seasons. Come on. Roy Summers been there for 25. So
what do you expect for you coming up?
It's a good question, and I want to give myself time to think about it. Like the plan is I'm coming back here next year. That is I have a contract for next year, and the plan is for me to come back. But I want to coach in the NHL. I want to have a chance to coach in the NHL as a head coach, and for that the phone's got to ring, and it hasn't ring yet. So it's one part, and then I'm 51 years old. I want to coach in the NHL. If it doesn't ring, I'm going to ask myself. I will have to ask myself at one point if I want to be an assistant coach in the NHL. And but right now, when I signed the extension with Steve and Julian last summer, I told them I know the plan. My vision is clear with these young guys. Like when you go, I think when you coach in the AHL, you gotta see it. You gotta see the plan. You gotta see what is expected from you, what the team needs, and I think in Tampa Bay it's so clear what they want, what we have to do here with the players we have. So that connection is clear. It's clean. There's no, there's nothing in between what they need from us and what we want to do. So my motivation is high to coach this team, and I love our fans. I think they're great fans, and you know what? That's another reason why we're disappointed, because we know how this building is rocking here in the playoff, and we know how supportive these fans are for us during the year. Like, we always have 6,000 people, and they love their team. So it's a great place to coach for me, close to home. It's a great environment for me. So, like the players, I think everyone in this league have the aspiration to go and coach in the NHL or play in the NHL or be an athletic therapist in the NHL or trainer in the NHL. But at the same time, when you have that vision, when it's clear, I think it adds to your motivation to stay put and keep getting the job done.
Do you think losing in the first round like this hurts personally?
As much as I want to go, Lindsay, I'm not next to my phone and thinking, if we lose tonight, if we win tomorrow, It's for me, I have a job to do, and every day I come here and I coach. Every day, very proud of that. And like you mentioned, we want to win. Everybody wants to win. It's a tough league to. It's tough to make the playoff. It's tough to advance. And one thing I know, it's let's digest this. We have all summer to think about what we can improve. Players have all summer to think about how can I be better and get closer to my goal. And I think next year we're going to be better. I'm convinced of that.
You mentioned Julian. He also said the other day that, like you said, they'll have a GM next year, or a crunch GM.
I think we're going to have a.
But he didn't think it. Like, he was here a lot. He didn't think anything suffered because he was half and half. But
Yeah, I think he's right.
conversely, I guess having a GM helps because you're going to have a GM. So if you have a full-time GM next year, how much does that add to the organization? I mean, did you feel like you suffered all this year?
No,
Because
I don't think I suffered of that at all. My relationship with, if I compare the relationship I had with Steve in my first 2 years and Julian this year, nothing has changed. Like, Julian was my GM here. I think we have a great communication. He's a person that tell him what you think, and he knows I'm a team guy. I know he's a team guy. He wants the best for the players here. He wants the best for the team in Syracuse. He wants the best for Syracuse. He loves Syracuse. I don't count, like, I remember we're having a conversation one day. He told me, he said, you know what, Ben, I love my job, but I miss Syracuse. I miss the team in the minor because I'm really attached to those people in Syracuse, the team in Syracuse. So for him, like you mentioned, he wanted to go in the NHL. He's there now. He's the general manager, but he has invested a lot in the team here, and he's very attached to this team. Now with another GM, like, I'm sure he'll put the right person in place. And for me, like, we had a conversation about it. I said, I don't know what's going to happen next year, but I'm going to get along with this guy, with the new GM. Like, I always get along with the people I'm working with. Like, it's not I'm a coach other than Lucas. I'm a coach. He's a GM. I have a job. They have a job. Everyone is doing their job. And for me, it's, I think it allow him to focus even more on Tampa Bay, and it's going to give another person an opportunity to run and put his stamp on this team here.